Climate change is disproportionately impacting the most vulnerable populations. Although the poorest half of the planet is responsible for only 10% of global CO2 emissions, low-income communities are hit hardest by climate-related disasters and environmental impacts resulting from climate change. Intense heat waves are damaging the crops that poor farmers rely on. Severe flooding is washing away the inventory of shopkeepers, and stronger storms are taking out entire communities and low-income neighborhoods. The adverse effects of climate change are exacerbating the economic vulnerability of low-income people. Financial services can help low-income people manage the impact of climate-related shocks and environmental changes. The Center for Financial Inclusion is working to bring two topics together, inclusive finance and green finance, to understand how inclusive financial services can help low-income people, communities, and enterprises reduce climate-related vulnerability, and when needed, transition to more sustainable livelihoods. Our goal at CFI is to take a holistic view of green inclusive finance and bring together several existing taxonomies into an overarching framework that aims to identify the financial products and services currently available, gaps that might exist, and where funding needs to go in the future. CFI is building on the work of others and has identified 4 main impact pathways: mitigation, resilience, adaptation, and transition. Number 1, mitigation. Green inclusive finance can play a role in supporting investments to improve local conditions for households and communities. For instance, purchasing clean cook stoves can improve air quality within a home, and investments in water and sanitation can reduce water pollution. Number 2, resilience. In this context, resilience is the ability to anticipate, respond to, and recover from shocks. Weather index insurance, for example, protects farmers from extreme conditions that result in losses. And savings accounts can help people set aside funds to deal with the unexpected expenses of a climate-related emergency. Number 3, adaptation. Changing weather, climate, and environmental conditions require people to change certain behaviors, and financing can help make that possible. In India, for example, a microfinance institution is providing loans to purchase heat-reflecting white paint for their clients' roofs to help combat the intense heat. Number 4, transition. Finally, long-term strategies are needed to help people transition to the changing climate. Investing in new livelihoods may be necessary, and financial products can help cover education expenses that help people switch to new opportunities. In some cases, migration might be necessary, and mobile money payments from a social network can help smooth the transition. Developing a taxonomy to identify what is and isn't green inclusive finance is the first step to building a collective understanding of the opportunity, where investments are being made or need to be made, and how we can measure progress. Collective learning and collaboration will be at the heart of advancing green inclusive finance. As an industry convener, CFI is dedicated to working with others and building the momentum for shared learning, with the goal of fair, clean, and sustainable economic growth for those who need it most.